Hello, Magic players. Welcome you to episode number 54 of the Brewers Tavern. Um, I brought a super spicy blue, green, black splash deck for you today. Charles, what did you bring for us today?
Hello, welcome everyone to episode 54. Today I wanted to revisit Eureka, but I wanted to try to get in one of the biggest creatures. Certainly, I haven't played them before into Eureka deck, and see if I'm able to play them, see if I'm able to win with them, and see how they do. So, not doing the six drop. I'm not doing the kind of Sarah Angel, Sandir kind of, be able to hard cast or play the Eureka. Trying to go some six drops, but some really bigger ones. And I think it should be a lot of fun. Hopefully, I'll be able to get the Eureka off.
So let's move on to the deck lists. I hope we're not playing beside each other today because my blue deck has no counter spells, but the viewers will see that when it comes to the deck picture. So my deck list first, then yours. Is that cool?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Perfect. So let's move on. Here you have my deck list. As I said so far, sorry, it is a blue-green main list, but I play some super cool and spicy cards. I tried to make a deck work which contains both Fungusaur and Prodigal Sorcerer Living Planes. So I have two kind of I had two deck plans. First plan is ramp out a Fungusaur, shoot him with a Prodigal Sorcerer, make him grow to, let's say, a 10/10 or so, and win the game with Fungusaur, or kill opponent's lands with Living Plane, which both hopefully works. I also added another pinger to the deck, which is Rod of Ruin, which we've not seen so far in an episode, as well as Fungusaur, but we start with the one combo piece and come back to Fungusaur. Rod of Ruin is a 4-mana artifact for 3 colorless and tap it. You shoot 1 damage to any target. So you can shoot the Fungusaur. Fungusaur says it's 4 mana, 2/2. Each time Fungusaur is damaged but not destroyed, put a 1/1 counter on it. So at some point he will be so huge, even when Charles block it, it will get a counter. That is kind of cool. Yeah, this is basically the deck idea. I also added Instill Energy, which we already had in an episode and we had big discussions about it. But let's keep it like that. The card is not giving your creature haste. You can attack with it as it have haste, but in fact it's just not giving haste to your creature. This is what the card says. But
And that's changed back and forth many times in the errata. So Wizards can't decide what they want to do with that card. So
exactly.
For now, it gives allows creatures to attack as if it has haste until they change it back again. So
yeah, so you can not activate the ability of the creature, but you can attack. It's so weird. And you can untap it again. But when the when the creature is, or when you wait 1 turn, so the creature is not summoning sick anymore, you can easily untap it once, and it's super weird. Also, the Gatherer says that the picture which shows on Scryfall or the Gatherer says the creature gets haste, but the Oracle text is changed, so it says what we said at the moment. It's super weird, like really weird. Yeah, but this is basically my list. I hope it works. I hope I will get at least 1 Zaur kill. So Charles, let's move on.
Mitja, this looks really cool. I've never seen, I don't think, a single Rod of Ruin played, not mentioning a play set. And to go with the Timmies and Living Plane, I would comfortably say that's one of both of our favorite cards. Looks super cool. The birds for ramp. Yeah, and then Fungusaur, which is a really cool card. Yeah, I love it. It looks great.
It really does. It was fun to build, and I was really looking forward to that episode, because when do you see Fungusaur plus 8 pingers in one deck? It's really super fun to play. When I goldfished it, it was super fun to play. At some point, I will build a nuke the shit deck. We called it. I don't know if we can say the S word on camera, but I did it now. It will be a deck which is kind of the I don't know if our viewers know the new card Worldfire, not Wildfire, Worldfire. It removes all cards in the game and puts your life total to 1. And the idea behind that deck is play Sedge Troll, play Living Plains and Disc. So you blow up the whole board and you still keep your Sedge Troll and can keep attacking.
Well, that sounds good. Let's take a
7
look at my
rounds.
list, I think. Let's take a look at my list and we'll
Exactly.
see
Let's
what
move on
you're
to your
playing
list. Charles, tell us a little bit about your list.
Okay, so I have played a Eureka list before, but typically I like to play with wild growths because they can't be bolted. So it's a little bit more reliable to get 2 green and to cast the Eureka as early as possible. But this time I wanted to play with 4 creatures, and one of which I don't think we've had is Lord of the Pit. And that's a card from the Alpha card. It's a 7/7 flying trample, which is just huge and ridiculous. It's 3 black mana and 4 colorless, so it's very hard to cast. That's why we have Eureka. But it has a downside, and the downside is, besides its casting cost, you must sacrifice one of your own creatures during your upkeep, or Lord of the Pit does 7 damage to you. You may still attack with Lord of the Pit even if you fail to sacrifice a creature. So the reason I'm playing birds over the wild growth is I'm hoping I can use the birds to sack the Lord of the Pit. As well as I do have a Diamond Valley, because besides the Lord of the Pit, I have 1 copy of Force of Nature, which is an 8/8 trample, 4 green, and then 2 colorless to cast. But I have to pay 4 green in my upkeep, or it's going to deal 8 damage to me. But I can still attack even if it does the damage. So what I'm hoping is it's funny, you have Instill Energy. I'm playing with 3 Concordant Crossroads, so that does give all creatures haste. So hopefully I'll be able to attack before I have to pay the upkeep cost of the Lord of the Pit or the Force of Nature, as well as I do have 1 copy of Diamond Valley because these creatures are super scary to play. I think in an earlier episode where you had 4 Force of Natures in a deck, I think I won 1 game because you weren't able to pay the upkeep cost. It does have a risk, although it's 8/8 trample and a 7/7 flying trample. I'm also playing a copy of Colossus of Sardia, which is really fun for 9 colorless. A 9/9 artifact creature with trample, but I need to pay 9 mana to untap him. But at least I'm hoping to get 1 attack in. And Nicobolus, which has appeared in my All-in Reanimator list, a 7/7 flying, and if he deals damage, your opponent discards his or her whole hand, and that would just be a dream if I get you to discard your hand. Other than that, I have some of the 6 drops, the Trikes.
Your dreams are super weird. Just want to say that.
I do have some of the 6 drops, the Trikes, the Shivans, and the Mahamodis, which could conceivably be hard cast, especially with 3 birds. 1 flash counter, which was all I was able to fit, which I kind of want to protect the Eureka if possible. Maybe I don't have to worry about this particular match. In a sideboard for Eureka, instead of playing swords, I really like Control Magic, because if your opponent has big creatures, you try to let them play a creature first and then play the Control Magic afterwards, hopefully. And the rest of the sideboard, we have a Placet of Disenchants if I need it, a Crumble for a 5th artifact removal, as well as Glooms and Blue Blast. So that's the list. It should be super fun to be able to hopefully get some of these big creatures into play. I know Lord of the Pit, I don't think has appeared yet. So that should be fun. And I think the other 3 might have appeared in a couple episodes, certainly not all of them together in 1 deck. So I think they're 2 super cool decks. And I'd say let's go to the Brewers Tavern and see how the decks do.
Exactly. Let's move on. And here we are in the Brewers Tavern. Hey. So you're always even, right?
Yep.
3 is not even. I start.
Yep, you start.
Hopefully with a Fungusaur turn 1.
Well, if I lose to a Fungusaur, have to be okay with that.
I
But typically, desert is used, right? But in this, to ping him after damage. But in this case, you have Immies and Rod of Ruins, which are pretty cool because you don't have the Fungusaur out. You could just be pinging me.
That's true, and to be honest, I mean, for the desert, the Fungusaur need to get through at least once, and since factories are such a huge problem for him, I am not seeing how he will attack through one factory. You know what I mean? Like it's
Pile 2.
pile number 3.
All right. All right, you're up first. Let's see what happens.
This is Mulligan.
Yep.
No green and no blue.
And this will be a mulligan too.
Nice, good start. You have the mana, I want it.
That's all. That's about all I have. I can mind twist you for 1 turn too.
Fair. I mean, but you're better than I am in drawing Ancestral from the top.
Oh, let's see what happens. At least I do have it in the deck today, so
True.
possible.
Oh, sorry. Number 1.
Okay, number 1 for you too.
Sorry, I might have changed 1 and 3.
That's okay.
Oh Lord. Need to go to 5.
We'll keep and put 1 on the bottom.
Okay.
Pile 3.
Okay. 2, 4, 7. I put on the bottom 1 and... Thinking. Give me a second, I'm sorry.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, 2 on the bottom. I start with this, Crack the Lotus, and Fungusaur. Pass turn.
And Fungusaur is 1/1?
2/2. 2/2. 2/2.
Good.
1/1 would be super bad.
Pass and Ancestral in your upkeep.
Prodigal Sorcerer and attack you for 2.
Okay, 17.
Pass the turn. Yeah.
Encourage your turn.
Attack you for 4.
Okay, I'm at 13.
Ping the bird. Play a land. Pass the turn.
Rip Factory.
Okay.
Your turn.
Ping the Fungusaur. He gets a counter and attack you.
All right, I'm at 10.
Pass the turn.
Your turn.
Oh yeah. Living Plains. Ping your drop. And attack you with the Fungusaur. No blocks?
Oh, yeah, I do. No, I'm going to take it. I don't think I can afford to do it.
Pass the turn.
Just have lands. I don't think I can win this game. Yeah, because you can just shoot what I do. Yeah, that's good.
Yay! Fungusaur stole a game, Mulligan to 5. Sorry, I need to cheer. I know it was not a nice game, but getting a Fungusaur kill warms my heart.
I had a really bad hand other than a city and an ancestral for a mull to 6. I didn't draw anything for with the 3 cards. Just big creatures, which I couldn't do anything with.
My opening hand was so weird.
Well, we know if I'm not able to cast anything, you can win.
True. But to be fair, if I was super lucky, I drew from the top the Mox Sapphire, I drew the lands I needed. It was all fitting well together.
I had it completely uncapped. Just big creatures and lands. All right, let's see if we can get a better game.
Also, a card which I want to brew around is Natural Selection.
Pile 1.
Pile number 2.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. I've never seen that play before. We will take them all again.
I keep that.
One, two, three.
Number 1.
And we'll keep and put one on the bottom.
Sure.
Yes, and your upkeep, all ancestral.
Sure. Crack Lotus, Prodigal Sorcerer, install energy, and attack you for 1.
Okay.
I learned. Pass the turn. Oh, I can untap him now, right? I will.
Yep. How many cards do you have?
4.
Okay.
Attack you.
Okay.
Untap. Pass the turn.
Do you have how many cards?
4.
Activate Chaos Orb.
Sure.
Response?
In response, I will say it is fine.
Okay, you're Timmy.
Are you sure? Oh, then I need to shoot in response, right?
If you want to respond to the Chaos Orb.
Yeah, I will shoot with the Timmy. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Crossroads on your turn.
Another Timmy. Attack you for 1.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
How many cards?
3.
I'll cast Balance. I have 6, I'll lose 3. Okay, your turn.
Attack for 2.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Twister.
Okay.
I played a land.
Sorry?
I played a land.
Yeah, you played a land, that's true.
And it's your turn.
Okay, give me a second. 3, 4. Okay. Untap, draw. Play a bird. Pass the turn.
Your turn.
Cards in your hand?
6.
-4.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Number 4 and number 2.
Number 4 and 2.
Yep. Fair. Pass the turn.
Good. Your turn.
Try to attack for 2. Huh. Mitja made a calculation mistake. Oh. Time walk. Mox.
I mean, the Mind Twist is going to win you this game. You took all the creatures I had.
Sorcerer, shoot the bird.
Oh, in 1.
Yeah, attack for 2. And pass the turn. Yeah, the Mind Twist was brutal.
Yeah, because
I guess your last card is Eureka.
The last card is 100% useless. Your turn. You left me with a Diamond Valley and another useless card.
Fungusaur. I attack you for 2. Oh no, wait. I shoot on the Fungusaur. Everything has haste. Lol. I attack you for 5.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Twist won you that game. Good game.
I didn't expect Fungusaur to be so aggressive.
I mean, if you twist my whole hand, then he's good. Let's play one more and then we'll do the sideboards.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Number 3.
Number 2.
Okay.
All right, we'll try it.
Me too.
Your turn. 3 cards.
Ooh. Time walk.
Mm-hmm.
and attack you.
Okay, I'm at 19.
No, sorry. This is not how that works. Pass the turn. Sorry, it is summoning sick.
Cast Time Walk.
Sure. Whenever you hit 4 mana, I'm like, oh, I'm in danger.
Bullshit, your Timmy.
Oh, why? Okay.
Card, your turn.
Untap, draw, play a land, go to 18, and play a Icy Manipulator. Pass the turn.
Okay. Swing for 3.
Yeah. 15.
Your turn.
For 4, I play a Rod of Ruin and pass the turn.
How many cards you have?
2. Was hiding the bird.
Swing for 3.
No. Tap it in your main phase.
Okay. Your turn.
I want to activate my factory.
Okay.
Attack.
18.
Pass the turn.
Well, we have a game this.
I tap your track.
I upkeep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say pass turn.
I want to attack you with the factory.
Yeah, okay. I'm at 16.
Play another factory. Pass the turn in your upkeep. Sorry?
Oh, nothing in my upkeep.
Tap try.
Okay. Play land. And your turn.
Then I want to activate factory. And attack.
Block with the birds.
Okay. Your turn, upkeep, tap trike.
Turn.
End of turn, I shoot you damage.
Okay.
Land. Attack you for 2.
13.
Pass the turn. Upkeep, tap trike.
Okay, pass turn.
End of turn, shoot the damage.
Okay.
Fungi. No! No, why? Why? Okay.
And that's 4 mana?
Then I try to... Yeah, it's 4 mana. Then I try to attack you for 2.
Alright, I'm at 10.
Pass the turn, upkeep, tap trike. LOL.
Your turn.
Okay. Draw. Okay. Calculating.
This is a good game, this game. Whatever happens.
Yeah. Mitja need to think. I tap your Colossus. I take a damage and attack for 4.
Okay.
Regrowth on Time Walk. Play Time Walk. Extra turn. Attack you for 4, go to 12.
I'll shoot your factories.
Okay,
I'll go to 4.
you go to 4. How much does the Colossus cost to untap?
9.
9. Okay, you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh lord, you have 9 mana. What? Why?
You could just tap it down again with the icy.
That's true. Pass the turn.
I can't even untap him. I'll go to 3. Cast wheel.
Wheel. Okay. Okay. I take.
Let me think about this. Cast Demonic Tutor.
Sure.
I'm not really sure what is the right thing here.
It's not easy to choose.
Nope.
The Rod of Ruin is actually not that bad. I mean, it's not.
But your icy means that I can't take force, I can't take lord, and it's just really awkward. I think this might be the best. I think this might be the best against you. Okay, I'll take this.
Shatterstorm. Boof.
Did I play a land?
I have no idea. Play one, I don't care.
Well, I had 9 before in your turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I didn't.
Okay.
Guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna play Eureka.
Sure.
All right, I will play a tropical.
Mishras.
Tundra.
Pearl.
Strike.
Rod of Ruin.
Strike.
Rod of Ruin.
Play a Shiva.
Is the last card in your hand really Concord Crossroads?
You want me to tell you for real, or you want the surprise?
Okay, take it as a Eureka.
It is not. I'm done with playing stuff. Okay, that is it's your turn.
Wait. I also want to bring into play Living Plains. Or
Okay, sure. Then I will respond to that. Okay, Eureka's over.
yeah,
Um, so I will. How many lands do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, I will shoot your factory.
Which one? The untapped one?
Untapped one.
I if I tap it to activate it, it's a 2/2, right?
I
But
don't know
it's
how does
summoning.
that work?
Hmm?
How does that work? Before I shoot anything, does that mean that I would need to shoot it twice or once?
I think twice, but it's summoning sick anyway, so you shot it.
Okay, I'll shoot it once. I will shoot. Okay, but if I shoot your other factory, then you can activate it.
Exactly. I think
Okay.
that this is how it works.
Okay, I'll shoot your City of Brass once.
Sure.
I'll shoot your Tropical Island,
The tapped or the untapped one?
the untapped one.
Mana in my pool.
I'll shoot your bird.
Bird is dead.
I will shoot your untapped tropical.
Mana in my pool.
Okay. Last turn.
2 mana in my pool. I shoot your Diamond Valley.
With what? Oh, with that. Okay, sure. I will respond, and I will sack this for 9.
Okay.
So I go to
with 3 mana, I will shoot a Trike.
Okay.
Then I go to my turn. Draw. I will shoot a Trike. And I play a bird, and pass the turn. In your upkeep, I tap the Shivan.
The icy is prevent me from playing some fun cards. We're gonna swing.
Okay.
I gotta wait for you just to kill them all.
2, 4, 6. So I go to 6.
Okay. Your turn.
Summoning sick land. I shoot 2 of your lands.
What are you shooting?
Oh, am I dead? No, I'm not. I'm shooting the City of Brass and the Tropical.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Keep.
Upkeep, I tap Shivan.
We're gonna swing for 5.
I block 1.
You have to say which one.
Tropical.
Okay.
Go to 2.
Alright, your turn.
Okay. Not easy. I shoot for sure one of the Tundra. And I pass the turn. In your upkeep, I tap the Shivan. Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
I activate the factory.
Okay.
I block the dry. Give me a second. Do I activate the factory? No. I block your 3 attacking lands, take mana into my pool, and will shoot the trike.
Okay. Sure.
Lotus. I shoot your UC and pass the turn.
Got the Shiva.
Yeah, tap Shivan and upkeep.
Your turn.
Lol. Super useless card. Cards in hand? Sorry? 3?
4 cards. 4 cards.
Cards. I see. Pass the turn, upkeep, I tap your Shivan and I tap your Soul Ring. Pass the turn.
Turn.
Summoning 6 City of Brass. Pass the turn. Sorry, upkeep, tap Shivan.
Your turn.
End of turn, I shoot the damage to you.
Okay.
Strip mine. Pass the turn, upkeep, I tap Shivan. Soul Ring is untapped. Oh no, I tap Soul Ring, sorry. Tap Soul Ring.
Okay, your turn.
I can't shoot. I need to tap it with this because the strip mine is summoning sick. Library. Sorry. I attack with the strip mine and pass the turn. No, wait, I do not attack with the strip mine. Pass the turn. In your upkeep, I tap Soul Ring and Shivan. Go.
Give you a target rather than me, I guess. Your turn.
Ping the tiger. Draw. Try to draw 3.
Oh, no.
No. What? Flash counter? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Thinking. Pass the turn. Upkeep, I tap Soul Ring and Shivan. Maybe I should have tapped blue.
Oh, now you might as well tap the Soul Ring. Okay, your turn.
End of turn, I shoot the damage to you.
Yep.
I draw. Play a Soul Ring. I attack you for 1. No, actually,
Okay.
I attack you for 2.
Right.
Pass the turn. In your upkeep, I tap Soul Ring and Shivan.
Basically need Lotus to get out of this. I don't think I've used it. I think it's my only out.
Yeah,
Your turn.
End of turn, shoot your drop. Summoning sick land, attack you for 2. In your upkeep, tap Shivan and Soul Ring. Pass the turn. I mean, it's your turn.
I'll give you another target. Your turn.
End of turn, give me a second, calculating. I shoot your land. The problem is with Living Plane, it's all the lands are also blockers. Thinking. Sorry. I attack you for 3.
Okay, I'm at 3.
Go. I'm too dumb to calculate. In your
Yep.
upkeep.
Can't do anything. Needed the Lotus. Try and a Eureka, which I had. If I drew the Lotus,
Yeah, with the Lotus, man, I was so greedy. With the
that was a
living
really
plane,
interesting. That was a really interesting game. Let's sideboard.
that's how. Yeah, my problem was the living plane was so greedy. Why did I play it?
That was super interesting. See, my thing is your ices are going to force me to take out Order the Pit and for all my cool creatures. I just can't play with them with against ices.
That's actually true.
I mean, I wanted to try to play them, but like I'm holding them, and there's no way you can get them out if you have Maze or Icy. It's sad.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
The thing is with the Colossus and stuff, as you said, I mean I'm only running
It's
2
so
ices.
bad against Colossus is so bad against Icy. Pay 9 mana, and you pay 1 just to tap it.
That's
so
true.
bad.
But with Diamond Valley, he was actually super good. He bought you infinite time.
That was a really interesting game. That was really cool to see the Rada Runes do all that work.
The Rada Bruin is actually a cool card. I mean, it's dealing only 1 damage and it's 4 to cast, but it felt good. You know, in Old School Magic, I always like to have the chance to dump mana into something. I hate to say go, end of turn.
Okay. Okay, we'll go with this. Super game, that last one.
The last one was cool.
Really cool. I like the 4 odds with the Timmies. Super interesting.
They're, to be fair, I know they're kind of expensive to activate and they're probably not good enough in like, let's say, tournament tier 0 Old School Magic, but in a little bit smaller tournament with a little bit more casual play, they are super cool.
Yeah. Well, it's good in the Brewers Tavern. We know that.
100%. It feels good.
Pile 2.
Pile number 3.
Pile 3. All right, I'll be in the play.
Sure.
All right, I had no artifact removal other than Chaos Orb game 1. And those artifacts did some work, for sure.
Mulligan that.
Same with me. It's nothing. Neither of us. Yep.
Yeah, like I have mana, but nothing to cast. Man, I didn't check the clock. I have no idea how far we are at the moment.
I don't really remember. Maybe we're playing 50 minutes now?
Probably. It doesn't matter. Let's take this one and another one, and then we do the sideboard.
Yeah, let's do two more games because we didn't do the sideboard yet. Pile 2.
Pile number 1.
All right. So this is one more.
2, 4, 6, 7. Okay.
3, 4, 6, 7. right, we'll keep it.
Sure.
Play a tropical, and your turn.
Tropical pest turn.
I even pass.
Yes, Sylvan. Pest turn.
How many cards do you have?
4. For bad ones. I would not consider Mind Twist here.
No. What's your turn?
I go to 12. Play a land, play a sorcerer, install it, and attack you.
Okay.
And untap him. Pass the turn.
How many cards do you have?
4.
Play Eureka.
Okay.
Right.
Rod of Ruin. Crossroads. Fungusaur.
Okay, nothing for me.
Control magic.
I'll respond, and I will shoot for Fungusaur. It's a 2/2, right?
It's a 2/2.
So when I shoot him, does he die or not?
I
How does
have
that work?
no idea.
I don't understand that.
Me neither. I mean, I have no idea how it works when you remove 3 counters, or if you need to remove them one by one. You know what I mean?
Want to look at the gather and take a guess?
Yes, let's do it. Let's see.
And I'm going to actually cast it. I guess no, I can't do it now. That's fine.
Give me a second. Nothing written here.
What's the actual oracle say?
Of the Fungusaur, each time Fungusaur is damaged, but not destroyed, put a 1/1 counter on it.
If I shoot him twice, is he destroyed or not?
I think how Trike works is you remove a counter, shoot 1 damage, so he gets a counter. Shoot a second one, he gets a counter. You know what I mean? I don't know if you can remove all the counters at once.
Okay, so I will just shoot your Timmy.
Okay, Timmy will shoot 1 damage on the Fungusaur because he is haste now. Then Timmy untap. You may untap target creature both during your untap phase and 1 additional time during your turn. Okay, he can't untap. But I will shoot 1 on the on the Fungusaur. That's cool.
Okay. Yep, and I'll shoot you twice.
Okay, so I go to 10 and I get a Triskelion, right?
Oh no, I'm going to shoot you once and itself once.
Oh, okay. So I get nothing.
Okay, and it's your turn.
Top 3. Thinking. Sorry. Take this one. Crack for black, demonic. I still have 1 black float. You're at 19, I'm at 11. This one goes to the graveyard. for 1 blue, I will try to cast Ancestral on me.
Okay.
I tap the Mox Sapphire, still 1 black floating. I play a land for the turn. I think I did not play one. I still have a black floating. With the black and those 2, I will activate the rod and shoot another one on Fungusaur. And I attack you for 4.
Okay.
And it's your turn.
Sure.
Shoot Fungo. Activate Factory and attack for 3.
What's the total?
5, 8.
All right, I'm at 7.
Pass the turn. Yeah.
Nothing I can do. Never drew another land. This deck feels really clunky. I really don't like this Eureka build. Okay.
Actually, the Fungusaur, the Fungusaur is doing better than I expected. I'm sorry that I didn't know the interaction with Fungusaur and the Triskelion.
Oh yeah, no, this whole deck is bad against that because the big creatures that I wanted to play I can't play against Ices, and yeah, the Trike's really bad against that.
But I do not have that many Ices. I have 2. I mean, not gonna lie, after boarding it is not easier for you. Because I have control magics, 2 more mace, and 2 Ices, so I have 6 removal in the main board.
Well, let's give it one more shot. We'll do the sideboard tech.
Sure.
How to?
And you never had this pal number 2. You never had these explosive starts where you just ramp out a bird, put down.
I'm drawing really poorly. I never see a Mox.
All your starts were compared to mine super slow.
Never see a Mox.
Okay.
We'll keep.
Me too.
Your turn. 4, 5 cards.
7 cards past turn.
We'll strip it.
No, I draw a card in response. Okay.
Tutor.
Sure.
And your turn.
Draw. At least drawing Moxes from the top. Pass the turn.
Ancestral.
Ah!
Okay.
Response.
Yeah.
My Ancestral is faster.
Sure.
Yeah, it's fine. Sorry. Today.
We'll.
Oh. Okay, Crossroads. Dark.
Time Twister.
Ugh. Lord. This is what you got.
Oh, that's pretty good.
But you gave me back my library and Ancestral. How do you feel about that?
I hope you draw.
So that you can activate your orb on it?
Yeah, why not? It'll be a good use for the orb.
True.
I did play a land, so I will say pass turn.
Top 3. Take this one. Oh, Mox. Land. Tap Mox Pearl Soul Ring. Brody. And an oh, there is the orb. I do not want to. Ah.
2 for 1, it feels nice.
Pass the turn. No 2 for 1 for you, sir. Oh, actually, I can shoot your bird, right? Everything has haste.
You like?
Yes, up.
Want to shoot that on your turn?
Bird is dead.
Poof. That's on your turn, right?
It's in your upkeep.
Okay. 7 cards, I'll draw.
Yeah.
Ancestral.
Target me? Okay.
We'll target the guy who hasn't won a game yet today. We'll play a land for turn.
Target the guy who has not won a game today. Oh.
Yeah, well, you have to have a sense of humor. Play a land, play a Mox. How many cards did you say you have?
4.
You'll disenchant your Sullivan.
Okay.
Sir?
Factory. 4/4. I try to play Fungusaur.
Okay.
Resolves? Attack.
I'll activate Chaos Orb.
Sure.
Fungusaur.
Okay.
Sure.
I play Living Plains and ping your library.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Play a land.
Yes.
Does not have summoning sickness, so that does get around.
Oh yeah, exactly. Everything has haste. Ooh.
We will take out Kimmy.
Okay.
We'll take out Factory.
Yeah.
We will take out a Tropical. And I will swing for 1.
Sure. Oh man, that was a good counter. Forest, pass the turn. Oh no, actually I attack you back for 1.
Sure.
Pass the turn.
Bird.
Yeah, bird is good.
Swing.
I block the drake with a forest. And take 3. Go to 16.
Okay, it's your turn.
I try to steal your Tundra.
Okay.
Play a Mesophyte and pass the turn. This is so weird.
Yeah, you just control magic on the Tundra. Swing for 2.
I maze one and take one.
Okay. It's your turn.
So Tundra is active. Here we go. Prodigal Sorcerer.
Okay.
Ping Bayou.
Okay.
Install energy. Untap Prodigal Sorcerer. Ping Bayou. Pass turn. Man, these are so complete weird games.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Ping Bird. Ping City of Brass.
Okay.
Tundra is furious.
I'll take one. 16.
Pass the turn.
Okay, your turn.
Funko Pop. Ping your 2 lands and pass the turn. Wait! Attack for 3.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I'll shoot.
Oh, Lotus. Oh, yeah.
I'll shoot your Timmy.
Fair.
I'll shoot your maze.
Sure.
Guess I'll shoot your.
I think you can block Fungusaur. Just saying.
I can block him, right?
Because he's only a 2/2, so you can block with Drake. He gets lethal damage and he dies.
Gotcha. Okay,
saying.
we will play a land for turn.
Yeah.
And your turn.
Yeah. You're at 13. Attack with Fungusaur.
Draw block.
Yeah. Pass the turn.
Your turn.
I need a
Like
tick now.
Yep, you still have the Tundra.
Attack with Tundra.
I'll block.
Okay. Your turn.
Boring.
Yeah.
And it's your turn.
Demonic.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's the wrong choice, but we will see. I want to draw 4 and take a damage, go to 14. Yeah, 4. 3, 4, and it was the wrong choice. Did I play land yet?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Most ask, then I passed the turn. I think I played. No, I didn't play one because I drew the demonic from the top. Oh.
I'll play land, and I will say your turn.
Factory. I see. Attack for 2.
Crumble it.
Okay. That one is crumbled. Then in your upkeep, I try to tap City of Brass.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
And your turn.
So, Rod of Ruin. Strip mine. So, I can still pick your lands and I can attack. Thinking. If I strip your Tundra, I go to 13, I ping your Savannah, I pass the turn, in your upkeep I tap the City of Brass. And you take a damage from the City of Brass.
11.
Play a bird, my Mox Emerald. Then I try to attack with the factory for 2.
Okay, 9.
Pass the turn, in your upkeep I tap the City of Brass. Yeah.
8. Okay, that's your turn.
Okay, end of turn, I shoot you with the rod.
Okay.
Play library. 2 cards in hand. I attack you with the factory. Pass the turn.
It's way too little too late. You tap this, right?
Yes, I tapped it.
Yep, Eureka.
Okay. You start.
Oh,
It's
one
not
creature, that's it.
ended.
That's it for me.
Oh, then I will also play a mace.
Your turn.
You're at 4. If I tap Mahamoti, I can attack you for 2 and 4.
Good game.
Whew.
This deck feels super clunky. Or maybe I just didn't draw any power, but really, really clunky.
Yeah, I don't know. I drew my the living planes whenever I needed them. Maybe this was also like good for me or in favor for me. Let's see, how many cards did I take out? Yeah, 4. It was actually kind of easy for me to board because yeah, this is my sideboard. I bought it out 3 Psyblasts and a Rod of Ruin because I thought the 7 ping effect or 8 doesn't really matter, and the Rod is way worse than the Prodigal Sorcerer. I took the Psyblasts out because the Psyblast is not removing any of your creatures beside the Trike, and to Psyblast the Trike feels bad. Like, you get at least 5 damage to remove a 1/1. This is what Psyblast does on Triskelion. I bought it in 2 Maze of It and 2 Control Magic for obvious reasons, because you have huge creatures, and I really want to steal them, especially in Eureka. When Eureka is resolved, how does this work with Eureka? It's put into
Whoever plays
play.
the last one keeps it.
Okay. Yeah. this is why I took those in. Also, the mazes are untapping his attackers, which is super cool. The crumbles, I didn't see use here. For Blue Blasts, I did not see a massive, overwhelming amount of red cards. Tranquility, I've also not seen any enchantments in game 1, beside Concordant Crossroads, but this is also nice for me with Living Plains. And City in a Bottle, I didn't thought I need a City in a Bottle to remove dips or something like that. Yeah, this was my sideboarding plan.
Unfortunately, the reason I wanted to try this Eureka was to play one of these 4 creatures, and they all had to come out because you have Ices. I didn't even know you had mazes, but I can't play these against Ices. The upkeep costs are really bad. Even Colossus, I can't pay 9 mana, and then you just tap it. So unfortunately, they just had to be taken out, and there's no reason to have Diamond Valley if I'm taking out these, or Diamond Valley is to get rid of them if I need to. And I just thought the counters were a little on the slow side. You don't have many flash counter targets, and I didn't think I needed mana drain. I thought artifact removal was a must, and you don't have great creatures. So I thought 2 out of 4 control magics made sense. Everything else in the deck I thought was okay. It was really cool to see your deck working. This felt really clunky, and I didn't really have a chance to try to get these out with what you just happened to be doing. So this was an unlucky deck I played against, but we might have to try to get these into another deck at some point in a future episode, because Lord of the Pit is really cool, as well as the Force of Nature and the Colossus and Nicol Bolas. So one day they will come out and do some work, hopefully. Mitja, thank you very much for episode 54. This was really cool to see the Fungusaur, the Timmies, the Rata Ruins, super different than anything that's appeared on the Brewers Tavern. So super cool list, bravo. And I look forward to episode 55 in the Brewers Tavern soon.
Thank you very much. Take care, bro, and see you next time in the Brewers Tavern. Bye-bye. And viewers, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. Bye-bye.
Bye for now, everyone.